Hi, welcome to Mindful Trading. Today we'll review two strategies, break and retest and 3-bar reversal. Okay, so here we are on our 1 hour chart. We are looking at EUR USD on the 1 hour time frame, and we'll start by finding a trend line, and we'll look for a trend line break and retest. So I hope that you've been practicing and looking for trend lines. So we're in the 1 hour time frame. Here's my trend line tool. Remember that you can always look for your tool over here on the left. And once you find it, you can be sure to highlight the star that's next to it, and it will appear, like I've highlighted the trend line tool and these extended lines and the horizontal ray, and they will appear over here on your favorites bar, so that you won't have to look for it each time you need to use it. You just look up to your favorites bar, since those are the ones that you use most often. So I'll click on my trend line there, and I'll start to draw a trend line. So I think it's pretty easy to see one here. So you want to find areas where there are 3 or more touches. And it's okay if every now and then you might see a wick go down like this. That means that there was like a try to go down, but it failed. So you can just overlook it if you just see one little wick go down like this, but all the others are following and staying in this trend. So we see a bounce here, we see here, 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 and here. And so that's a pretty good trend line. And then we'll notice over here that price came up to a resistance area, broke through the trend line to go down to support, and then went right back up to our trend line and retested, and then went down from there. And so since we're studying this method or this strategy, we can use our path tool here. We'll click it to follow price action. So we know that it went down here, it came back up and hit the trend line, retested the trend line, and continued downward. All right, and since we have drawn our path on our 1 hour chart, what we'll do is change our path tool symbol to orange because we're on the 1 hour chart. So when we look at a different time frame, we'll know that this is referring to the 1 hour chart. We can make ourselves a note here. We can use the text tool to write a note. You can click that. Then we can see a little box here that says add text, and we'll start to type. This is an example of a trend line, break, and retest. All right, so here's our break of this trend line, break, and retest. All right, and what we can also do is think about where we would have entered this trade if we had noticed that there was a break and retest of this 1 hour trend line. And so we know that another one of our strategies is a 3-bar reversal. So we would look for a 3-bar reversal. We can see one right here. The first bar occurred at 3 a.m., the second bar, 4 a.m., and the third bar, we're looking down here at the bottom, happened at 5 a.m. And so we would have entered this trade at 6 a.m. All right? And this is a 3-bar reversal because this third bar, the first bar is here, the second one touched our trend line, and the third bar is engulfing the second bar. So the body of this third bar is larger than the tiny little body of this doji candle here. Okay, so you would have entered on the fourth bar and then taken it down to the next area of support. So we probably would have considered getting out of the trade around here. You could have held, but definitely would have taken some profit at the first support level. Okay, and then continue downward. All right, and then if we look at the 15-minute time frame, sometimes when you're kind of in this area, you can look at the 15-minute time frame, kind of go down to that area, and so that you can sort of see what's going on. And we see there's another pattern here. Here's a 3-bar reversal that's even more clear. Here's the first bar at 4:30, the second at 4:45. We've got our hammer, and the third candle was formed at 5. And so we would enter after this third candle with our stop loss above the top here. Okay. All right, and then we could have taken it down to this area of support. All right, let's see. So we have talked about trend lines and then also 3-bar reversal. So those are two strategies that work well on the 1-hour time frame or 15-minute time frame, and it can really work on any time frame, you know, depending on what you're comfortable with. So I'd like to know in the comments, which of these strategies do you use, or which one do you feel most comfortable with when you're paper trading? I know that we've been practicing for a while. Are you more comfortable with the trend line, break and retest, or the break and retest of support and resistance, or do you prefer the 3-bar reversal? What's your go-to? And so what we'll do is we'll put a poll up so that we can figure out which one is most popular in our group, and hopefully you'll go to that poll and answer it, and we'll get some results. All right, so I'm glad that you're taking this journey with me and being sure that you're practicing and taking trades on your practice account, you know, and then once you get really proficient at it and you're finding that you're winning most of your trades, then you can start with a small account. And one of the things, and please let me know in the comments, which is your favorite? Which do you prefer and what do you look for most often? Commenting is great because it lets me know what our viewers are, what your preferences are, and it also helps our channel to grow. So please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much. All right, and while you're in the comments, you could also let me know what you'd like to see next. Is there another strategy that you have studied or learned about that you'd like to have explained, or is there anything else about the charts that you'd like to know? Because I'm happy to create a video about that. And also let me know if you need help setting up your practice account, because I am happy to help you virtually. You can email me at the email that is listed in the description, and I'll be happy to work with you. All right, thanks so much. Look forward to seeing you next time. Be sure to vote.